Hi everyone, my name is ADRIANA BARROS. I'm a certified Bodytalk practitioner. And the Bodytalk system is a holistic, consciousness-based healthcare system designed to bring balance to mind, body, and spirit. And we call it consciousness-based because nothing is imposed onto the body. We observe the natural healing abilities of the body in order for it to know what it needs. So let's understand the principle of communication between brain and body. So our brain functions as an antenna that is designed to pick up all signals from every situation and through every moment that we live throughout our lives. If these signals are combined with stresses, with negative emotions, thoughts, they will compromise the signals from the neurons into the different body parts. When the neurons start decreasing in speed and intensity due to stress, they will hit the different body parts at a much slower pace, which will eventually make the body start developing diseases along the way. So Bodytalk comes in order to speed up that communication, to clear the blockages, so every single system in the body, not only the physical body but energetic bodies, can start being healthy again. And this is possible through Bodytalk because as practitioners we utilize different principles from Eastern and Western medicines which compose Bodytalk. The main principle in Bodytalk is quantum physics, which states that there's no empty space, neither externally nor internally in our bodies. So for that reason, every single body part depends on each other in order to function. That's why we cannot treat one single body part alone without looking at the bigger picture, without looking at the whole body functioning. In order to look for the imbalances and where they are. If we were to look only at the symptom in the body, we would never get to the root cause. And that's exactly what we do in Bodytalk. We look for the root cause, addressing emotions, and as to why somebody started developing an imbalance in the body-mind, which can be a disease, which can be an injury, for example. So in Bodytalk, I use a series of techniques, and this protocol chart right behind me that works as a GPS for me as a practitioner to look for areas of imbalances and areas that need attention in the body-mind. Once I have all those areas aligned in a certain way, which come to me as in a formula, I will have to then integrate that formula into the body-mind for the body to start healing. And that is done through tapping of the three brains, which is the head, the heart, and the enteric brain, or the gut brain, if you will. Once that formula is tapped on, the body starts adjusting itself and healing as deep as cellular and quantum levels. Now, I would like to also talk about injuries and fascia. As you probably know, our body is composed of fascia. So there's a big sheet, very thin, very invisible, under our skin that runs three-dimensional into our within our bodies that holds everything in place. So every single body part, tissue, blood vessel, bone, organ, everything is covered in fascia, and that is what keeps every single body part in place. Otherwise the soft body parts or others would just start falling down, falling apart. So in order for fascia to be healthy, let's get the principle of the bowstring. Okay, so we have the bow, we have the string. So the bow is supposed to represents our spine, okay, and the string represents fascia. So if the bow is curved like this, that means that the spine is curved. And if the spine is curved, fascia is strengthened and it's pulling. And that's not healthy. In order for the fascia to be flexible, the spine has to strengthen. So it has to be the opposite. Okay, and that's exactly what we need to do in order to bring that fascia back to place, and have to release it so it starts becoming mobile again and the spine strengthens. And that can, if the fascia is straight and it starts pulling, and it can affect all of the diaphragms in our body, which can compromise our breathing. The posture becomes compromised, and everything else inside our body can be compromised as well. We start developing pain where we didn't have. So in order to have that sense of mobility back, to release pulling and the inflammation that sometimes comes with, oftentimes comes with injury, we need to release, because trauma already brings heat on. But we need to, with time, start releasing that tissue again, so it doesn't get stuck and stiff. In Bodytalk, it is possible to release fascia, and addressing the situation, what happened during the event, during the injury. And Bodytalk fascia release is done fairly quickly. It only takes a couple of minutes, and it's all done energetically. Whereas if you were to have it manually released, it would have taken sometimes weeks or months, and I've heard of cases that even took a year to have fascia released, and in other cases it didn't even get released in a year. So and for people who, for athletes who really need to have to heal from their injuries fairly quickly in order to go back to playing, for professional athletes mostly, we need to work fairly quickly, so they don't spend too much time on recovery. And once somebody gets injured, they start receiving some sort of therapy, physiotherapy or acupuncture or massage. So Bodytalk really welcomes all these other modalities into the matrix, into the system, meaning that you don't have to stop doing the work that you're doing because you're receiving Bodytalk. But it's good to receive Bodytalk while you're receiving the other therapies, to speed up the healing process and to release that fascia as soon as possible, so healing can start happening rather sooner than later. So if you'd like to know more information on fascia release through Bodytalk, please contact me. The sessions can be done remotely. Like I said, fascia is released energetically, and there's no manipulation involved. And I can do the session and send the recording, or we can connect while I'm doing the session, even though we are apart. So and sessions, Bodytalk sessions and fascia release and Bodytalk can be done globally. If you'd like then more information about the work I do on fascia, my information is in the description box below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.